Howdy, Internet. Welcome to Nerd Night Perspectives. Majin Deer here with the Phanerian Knight, and boy, do we have something special for you. Our first ever guest host, or not host. Man, did I fuck that up.
Guest guy?
Our first guest! Yay! Yay!
I'm here.
Dave!
First
It's
Hey
Dave,
there.
yes.
Thank you guys
How
for
you
having
feeling, Dave?
me. I appreciate it. I'm having a great time. Great time as always, man.
Well, that's disappointing. I hope
Well, we are. Oof.
Okay, dude. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm having a shitty time.
Fuck yeah, let's get it.
How we do it. So we were doing something a little different. So, before we talk about what we've seen lately and stuff, we thought we'd talk to you guys about our top 5 favorite Christmas movies. We all each wrote down 5, and we're gonna go through them and talk about them a bit. What we like, what we don't like, whatnot.
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah. Before we start, I would like to have one honorable mention. Something that I could not put on the list because it is not a movie, and we've all seen it. The freaking old South Park Woodland Critter Christmas. You can't beat it. Wonderful when it came back in Imagination Land, and we can't forget that Trey Park and Matt Stone started South Park with the short Jesus versus Santa.
Jesus.
That's what started South Park was Christmas. So
Hey, gotta love it.
yeah. But aside from that, and you guys got any honorable mentions that aren't on your list?
Oh, doggone it! I'll put my honorable mentions in at the end. I think I'll put mine
Okay.
at the end because
I think I'll wait.
if I feel like I'm gonna get some overlap with you guys, I might be like, I'll sneak that one as an honorable
Alright.
mention.
Well, my bad. Well, anywho,
No, that was a great honorable mention though.
So,
It wasn't on my list.
right? I know it.
No, I didn't think of it either.
Freaking anywho. So, number 5. Who wants to go first?
All right, number 5. I'll go with Home Alone. This is a kid's.
Yeah.
This is for me like it being a kid, just like I watched it like every year for 28 years. So
Holy shit.
maybe it's I'm a little burnt out on it, but it's still a Christmas classic. My brother still like demands we put it on every year.
Yeah, my daughter was obsessed with that movie for a long time.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
It's a good one. It's a classic.
And
It's total classic.
no shade toward Home Alone 2. It's fucking great as well, but the first one catches your heart.
Home Alone 2 has with Donald Trump in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has
Lobby's down the hall. Something like that.
Lobby's down the hall. Yep. Has a president in it. So maybe that bumps it up a little bit, just having an actual president in there, but
Well, he wasn't president at the time, but
well, no.
I don't know.
The man probably acted like it, so.
Dave, hook us up with the next.
So I would say that probably my number 5 would be Harry Potter.
Oh my God, that's a good idea.
Is there a whole controversy? So what makes Harry Potter a Christmas movie? I'm curious. Because I got a buddy that watches Harry Potter around Christmas time all the time. Is it because they go through pretty much all the seasons in Harry Potter every fucking year.
The first movie is the only Harry Potter, real Harry Potter Christmas movie, in my opinion.
Really?
Because he's still young, and he gets the cloak, and he doesn't know who it's from during Christmas time. He gets a sweater from Molly Weasley for the first time.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of Harry Potter's first Christmas with a family that actually gives any two shits about him.
Well, he gets the broomstick too, right? Like
he gets the broomstick. He gets a bunch of stuff.
Or whatever it was.
Exactly, and there's a lot of snow scenes in the movie. There's a lot of Christmas themes throughout the movie, and you can't
Hedwig for sure.
you can't. Well, Hedwig is just beautiful as a bird in general.
No owl, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, you really can't beat the music of the movie. The Harry Potter has this sort of Christmassy music to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's got magic, you know, and
It's got
Christmas has
magic
always been about a magic, you know.
Yes. So I would say Harry Potter is my number 5 just because it is one of those debatable Christmas movies.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a pretty good one. Mine's just pretty fucking dumb. Because like I get so, I mean, you know, we've seen a million Christmas movies, and I get so burnt out on Christmas movies that like, I feel like sometimes it's like Christmas comedies kind of drive me in because it's like, you know, anti whatever Christmas movies are, you know.
Right.
I ended up putting down Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Oh my god, I called it, dude! I called it! Harold and Kumar.
Oh yeah, you know, it's the least good of the three, but you know, it's still good. Especially Neil Patrick Harris, can't get enough of him.
Can't get enough of them.
Oh.
You know, it's the only one that's got the only movie that's got Danny Trejo blowing a load on a Christmas ornament. So
That's true.
that's something.
Thankfully.
Right, the Rancor, freaking
Rancor.
But I don't know a whole lot to say about. I do like that in Harold and Kumar, because if you look at the end of the second one, I really like the way they ended the second one, because it's like it was like they both, you know, got the girl. They're like this, like best friends, and their girls are like, you know, they're all just having fun, living the moment on vacation, just having the time of their life, playing that freaking In the Beginning song, and you go to the third one, and you know, Harold's still kind of living that life a little bit. Well, it's obviously serious in business, but Kumar is a, you know, completely, you know, just goes off the rails. You know, he doesn't grow, he doesn't, you know, change at all as a character, and you see like they really highlight a lot more of the darker side of the stoner trope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I don't think they usually like would, you know, it was usually like, you know, this is all great, you know, and then in the third one it's more like you know,
Hey, grow
this,
up.
you know, is yeah, pretty much, you know, and so it's, I don't know, I think that was really cool of them to touch on that, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's my number 5.
Is it back to me again?
Yeah. We want to keep doing this order. Number 4.
Doggone it. I'm really torn here. I don't want to put one of them as an honorable mention, but it's like, all right, Gremlins. I mean, we did.
I thought about putting it on the list. I didn't, but it was the number 6 for me.
Dude, you can't hate Gremlins. You can't hate Gremlins.
Yeah. No, that's an honorable mention at least, right? Should have said that.
You can even watch this.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about honorable mentions real quick, what is it? Die Hard.
Oh no! You put that on the honorable mentions? You communist!
That's bro. It's it is like the most borderline Christmas movie out there.
Oh goddamn! Well, you're gonna like my fucking number 3 pick.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
But yeah, I don't know. Gremlins, we already, me and Hammer, me and Matt over there talked Gremlins for 2.5 hours.
We beat that dead horse. We beat it to life, and then we beat it back to death.
Exactly.
Such a good movie, though.
But it's pretty obvious that we. It's pretty obvious we like. Absolutely, that's a classic again.
Yeah.
So Dave, what's your number 4?
So my number 4 would definitely be Christmas Carol.
Hey,
you know, it's a classic.
My mom.
And
no.
Specifically the one with
really
oh gosh, what's the actor that played Patton?
Patton?
Yes.
Oh god, darn it!
I know. I can't. It's slipping me. But that specific rendition of Christmas Carol is my all-time favorite. I thought he did just his acting is phenomenal in that movie. And you really can't beat the black and white aesthetic to it. It kind of adds to the, or well, I guess it's not black and white. It's in color. It's just kind of a dark movie. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
the color palette too. It's kind of dark.
Talking the 2009 one with Jim Carrey?
No.
No?
Old one.
Okay.
My mama likes that one. I always feel guilty when I don't feel like I want to watch it, but because I've seen it so many times. But it's great.
Who was it? George C. Scott?
George C. Scott. I think.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Yeah, that's who plays it in it. It's the older, like 19 freaking 80s, probably.
Probably earlier than that, because they had the Scrooged one before that, or after that. That was in the 80s or 90s.
1984. 1984.
It was 1984.
Oh, Orwell.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
with the oh god.
That's a different one than the one I've watched.
Yeah, well, this one it's George C. Scott. I think he got an Academy Award for it. Outstanding movie. I don't know if I don't know if you guys have ever seen Patton. He blew Patton out of the water, and I've always felt as though he blew Scrooge out of the water in this movie. You know, it's just the classic Christmas Carol story, and the thing is that the ghosts are very, like, for 1980, they're very, very scary. They're actually pretty scary for like younger, like I would call it a PG movie, just because some of the imagery is kind of shocking, but it's very good. At least shocking for the time for a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I only know that animated one. And apparently there's another animated one that dropped last year.
I mean, I'm sure it gets recycled all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
A billion Christmas carols, but this is the one I specifically think of, the 1984 Christmas Carol with George C. Scott.
Yeah.
Well, is there any other things you like about that?
Well, besides his acting, I just like the general vibe of it. I think that George C. Scott really is the main character of the whole show, but just the ghosts of Christmas, all of them, as well as his partner when he shows up in chains. It's all very it has very like spookiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like these characters are very physical, and they're very, like, these ghosts are very physical and real. These are real parts of your life that will come back and haunt you. And that's one of the things that Scrooge is really afraid of, is being haunted by his past, as well as his present and future.
Right. Yeah, no, that's cool. That sounds like a really cool older rendition of the Christmas Carol.
It's a very good one. I've seen the more recent ones with Jim Carrey. I didn't like it as much. It was too, in a way, too comedic. This one with George C. Scott, it's a little bit more serious of tone, and in some ways, these things that are happening, they're very serious.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I think I watched the one with Alistair Sim. I don't know what time it came out. I didn't realize how many Christmas Carol movies there were, but this is like an old ass one. My mom likes to put it on every year, and we watch it. It's always a good time, but it's a very good one.
Yeah. No, that's a good pick.
Good pick, and they do try
go
to.
on.
They try to recapture that formula a lot. You had Scrooged. I don't know if anyone had that on their list. The film.
I did not, but that one is a good one.
Good one. And Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, which was a unique take, and I actually kind of liked it, but it didn't make my list.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That's McConaughey in it.
Huh.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Jonathan. I cut you off there.
Oh, it's okay. My number 4 is called The Night Before.
Oh, the Seth Rogen one.
Seth Rogen, yeah.
With
Seth Rogen's Christmas movie. You know,
Joseph Gordon.
if someone's gonna make a Christmas movie, it should be a Jew.
It's Anthony Mackie and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's just once again, it kind of goes into that whole anti-Christmas trope, you know, where they basically just do a bunch of drugs, have a lot of fun on the town, a lot of havoc ensues. They're trying to go to this party, you know, this like super cool party, and you know, I don't know. I think that one was I think that's probably one of the funnier Christmas movies out there to date.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's fun. Dude. I actually remembered it, and I had a good time with that movie. That was really funny.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, other than it's really fun. It's funny. It's just a really good time if you're looking for a laugh around the holidays. I think the comedy hits a lot better than the Harold and Kumar one.
Oh
which is
yeah,
why I have it above it.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good date night movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually, I would agree with that. That was it certainly worked for me.
Right. Even just hanging with the bros, it's a good time.
Yeah, you know.
That's the perfect date night.
That isn't date night.
That is date night. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
For my number 3, I put down Die Hard because it's something to throw a wrench into your Christmas feelings. It's just a good time, man. It's a fun action movie that takes place on Christmas. I love Die Hard. I watched it so many times throughout the years, and you get the bonus of forgetting that it's a Christmas movie. You can watch it anytime. And you know what? Hot take. That's the pretty lukewarm take. But everyone else who disagrees can shut the fuck up forever. It is a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie. But you can watch it at other times. But it is Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie.
You know, it's funny that you chose that sort of wrench throw in for your number 3 because I kind of did the same for mine because I love Bad Santa.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in a minute.
With the midget, and when the black lady is walking out and she's complaining about having sex with the main character and how she can't walk right.
Yeah. You're talking about Christmas comedies. That one's a pretty good one.
Billy Bob Thornton, man.
Yeah.
You don't see him much, but you know, he's just so jaded and just this total depressed alcoholic, just going through Christmas trying, you know. At first, he's just such a piece of shit, and then he eventually makes this semi turnaround into not being a total piece of shit, but is still one
piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah. No, that was a good pick, man. It was a good pick. What do you got for us, Jonathan?
You guys are probably gonna hate me for this. I know Matt is. I can't not have it on the list. But you gotta understand, I just can't not have it. We talk about seeing a movie 1,000, a million times. Fucking Elf.
All right.
Oh my God.
I'm glad someone brought it up. It is. I didn't want to make it so that it's only on my honorable mentions because it truly is a great Christmas movie.
It is. I'm a little burnt out on it. I haven't watched it in a couple years, but it is probably one of my most go-to Christmas movies ever.
It's really just so cringy.
Well, it's like
that's like the whole point.
It's like I know all the lines to the movie now. I've seen it.
It's so quotable.
But John Favreau is the man. Will Ferrell really did a great job being just a total dipshit in that movie. I loved it. But there is heart to that movie. There's heart to the movie too, and I think that was great. And speaking of Will Ferrell,
Peter Dinklage. Sorry,
Peter Dinklage. Speaking of Will Ferrell, I want to go down to my it's our number 2, and this is
Yeah, we're on 2.
a movie that's gone under a lot of people's radar. I think. I don't think anyone's really. I mean, a lot of people haven't seen it. I think that I've talked to, but it's Spirited, and it actually has Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds in it. Have you guys heard of that movie? Seen that movie?
I've never seen it.
I don't think I've seen it either. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh my god, it's a pretty recent movie that came out. It is probably one of the best Christmas movies that I've seen come out in the modern time. It came out not too long ago either. It's
2022.
And
Last year.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil anything by saying it is a Scrooge-ish story, but the way they go about it is actually very creative. Because the whole 3 ghost things, the 3 spirits you see, or technically 4, it's kind of like a business in the afterlife, and it's a unique take on the Christmas Carol formula, and I really loved it. Guys, anyone listening,
It's a musical.
Yes, it's a musical, and it has one of the funniest musical numbers and the funniest jokes.
Oh, that's a good date night.
Yeah, great date night.
Women
not
love
expecting
musicals.
a musical.
Yeah,
I was not expecting a musical. Good choice, man.
It's a really funny musical too. There's a song that's "Good Afternoon" had me dying, and my new favorite insult.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
But totally check that out, guys. It's a great Christmas movie. Totally underrated.
So this is our number 2s.
Yep.
So, this one is well known, and I choose it because of the family implications as well. It's A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid, and when the kid glues himself to the flagpole because he sticks his tongue to it.
Yeah,
it's an absolute classic. They even reference that scene in Harold and Kumar Christmas, but it's with their dicks.
You really can't and then the leg pole lamp that the dad's all obsessed with.
Iconic leg pole lamp. I've seen that pop up in just so many just random places, just in my life.
I would have it. It'd be in the garage, but I'd have it.
That's a classic Christmas movie. Glad you could bring that one up too.
Yeah, classic Hallmark.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys?
So my number 2 again. I can't not bring it up, guys. I can't not bring it up. Fucking Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Hey!
Yes.
Very memeable.
I'm glad someone brought it up because that is that was going to be my one of my honorable mentions. And my number 1 is only winning out because my number 1 has made me cry before.
Well, fair enough. Once again, just going into the whole comedy thing, but a lot of quotable moments, memeable moments. It's funny. It's also the way Jim Carrey portrays the Grinch. He's filthy. He's I don't know. I just think he did a really
the scene where he's eating all the fudge. And then the doctor walks up and he's like, some random doctor walks up, he's like, "This is not fudge," and shoves it in his mouth. And he's like, "What is it?"
You'll enjoy this. This is not pudding.
What?
But yeah, for you is Jim Carrey's The Grinch. You can't miss it, dude. There's this link that I'm probably gonna add in the description or whatever. Freaking it's literally Jim Carrey IRL doing the Grinch smile, way later, and it's kind of creepy, scary. It's like that's acting, It's like I don't know.
All right, so the first time I saw the trailer for the Grinch, it actually scared me as a kid. So in the theaters.
That's so funny.
Scared the fuck out of me, dude.
I saw the
In
Grinch
trailer.
in theaters. I saw the Grinch in theaters, and we were in the front row, craning our necks up to watch this fucking monster on TV on the screen.
Yeah, the Grinch terrorizes. I once had to watch my buddy's kids, and I put on the new Grinch, like the animated one, the newer one
Mhm.
from a couple years. Dude, one of them was fucking crying. Like I had to turn it off. Like he was so scared of the Grinch.
Oh no!
The point is, the Grinch is a terror amongst children. You know.
Sure is, dude. When I was a kid and I saw him in a trailer, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking scary shit. The animated one I didn't care about, but the fucking real life Jim Carrey one kind of scared the shit out of me. And I guess they did make a really shitty horror movie version of the Grinch.
Did they?
Yeah, I guess it. I don't know when
I'm
it
not
dropped,
surprised.
but I haven't heard anything about it. But
A Grinch slasher?
yeah, it was like the mean one or something like that.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. So, what's
Well,
your number one?
My number one. So, my number one, and this might not be too much of a surprise to a lot of people. I mean, this is like a pretty classic staple of Christmas, but It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's an outstanding choice.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard that a million times. I've never seen it.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah,
It's so good.
You should. It's
Yeah.
black and white, but it is it's
Yeah.
the
Ooh, 1946.
Yeah.
yeah. I watch it with
Right
my
after the
family.
wall.
Yeah. No matter how much my dad protests, because it's a fairly long movie, tell him we're watching this anyway. No matter how many times we see this movie, it's always meaningful, and it does tear me up sometimes. You know, like just knowing that the impact that you could have on other people's lives, and that you should be trying to help other people. You know, it's a great message throughout the story to value your life and try to make it meaningful to other people. You know, I think, and appreciate what you got. You know,
100%. You know, you got to really appreciate what you got because you never know what you're missing. You know, you could be missing out on all of your friends' lives and all of these people that mean to you.
Yeah,
mean a lot to you.
And they could be missing out on you. You know, if you were gone, the world might be a worse place.
No, that's an outstanding choice.
Thank you. What's your number one?
It's one of these. It's an animated movie that recently came out. It's called Klaus, and it rapidly took the top for my the number one for my top favorite Christmas movie, and it's about this mailman that gets sent to the middle of nowhere, out up in the north, and he ends up.
Isn't his dad like a postmaster general or something?
Yeah, his father's like the postmaster general, and he gets sent. He's this spoiled brat, totally spoiled brat. Really easy to dislike this character at the very beginning of the movie. And his father sends him out there as like a punishment for slacking off, and tells him, "Hey, you have to mail 30,000 pieces of mail, or like 10,000 pieces of mail within this town that all hate each other. They're having like a blood feud and they have been for the past 100 years. Like these people hate each other."
Wow.
And him showing up and just trying to, like, he's motivated at the very beginning to get out of the town, but very quickly realizes how much he's bringing all of these people together. And the way he's bringing them together is he teams up with this woodsmith that makes children's toys and has a whole bunch of children's toys to give away. And the woodsmith, him and his wife were never able to have kids, so he kind of lives vicariously through the mailman giving toys to everybody, and giving toys to all of these kids, and giving these kids joy and happiness. And through these kids being inspired to do good things because they want to get toys, they end up changing the outlook of the entire town, and everybody starts getting along. But at the same time, there's like the heads of both houses of people that hate each other are all like conspiring against him, conspiring against the two to try and like keep things the way they were, tradition and stuff like that. Like we all need to hate each other.
Needed, yeah. No, that sounds like really fun. I'm seeing some of the images, like just of the animation style. I think it looks really cool. I'll have to watch this year.
It's outstanding. Yeah. There's a moment where there's a young girl in the movie where she doesn't speak English, and her and the mailman sit down, and with the teacher of the town, the school teacher from the town, that's like the main love interest of the movie. They figure out what exactly this girl wants for Christmas, what gift she wants, and it ends up being this sled, and it's a really heartfelt moment, and this little girl is just so cute and so sweet.
Wow.
It just brings a tear to the eye. It's a really very heartfelt, like very heartwarming movie. It's got a very good ending to it. Very good message behind it. With community and like we all can make each other happier by being together and having this sort of community. It's better to be together than separated, because then we're just all miserable.
Well, I think that really does like speak a lot of like to our situation in these days today, is that we do need a lot more community in our lives.
Absolutely.
Politics has us fighting our neighbors.
That's 100% true, and that Klaus movie. It's a newer movie. It came out like 2019, something like that. And after I watched it, I was like, dang, I started watching like little bits of it, and then I finally sat down and watched the whole thing. And I was like, this movie is so good. Like, it's one of what is this? What is the old comedian's name? Mark Norman. He passed away.
Oh, Norm Macdonald?
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, Mark Norman. I was going to say Mark Norman's still around.
Oh, yeah. No, Norm Macdonald. He's in it. He plays like the ferryman. Whole bunch. Yeah, it's just very good movie.
Yeah, it's Norm Macdonald. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check it. I feel so guilty hearing all this, because I've seen the beginning of this movie. I had to stop watching it, and I never picked it back up.
Yeah,
and I'm now regretting it after hearing this. Yeah,
and you should, Jonathan.
Yeah, you should feel bad. I do.
But on that note, I'll give you guys my number one. In fact, Dave, I think Amber's actually the one that introduced this to me. It was either Amber or my daughter. I can't remember. It's Arthur's Christmas. I want to say Amber introduced me to it.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I have not. Dude, I think she's talked to me about it before.
Dude, guys, both of you, it is the best fucking Christmas movie. Like, it's heartwarming. It has the spirit of Christmas in it. It points out corporatism even in the North Pole. Well, especially in the North Pole, right? But I mean, it has a good critique.
Capitalists.
It's wholesome. It's got like it's like a generation of Santa Clauses. I
have seen this movie. Yeah,
it's like their dad's running it, but he wants to retire soon. He's got two sons. One's like really tech savvy and good for the job, but the other one is not. But that other one has heart. And we talk about what it means to be Santa and all that stuff. And it's hard to, I don't want to give spoilers or anything. The grandpa, the old Santa Claus, like you got the Santa that's been, from like the, the early 20th century or whatever.
He's like 110 years old.
Yeah. Just like little things like that. I liked the whole family of Clauses idea put into a modern sense. A minimal thing. The sleigh is like fucking like basically an alien spaceship.
Tight.
Like, just like a modernization of Santa in an age where everything's growing so fast and
Right,
well,
and they miss a present.
yeah,
Isn't that
they miss
right?
one
They miss a
gift
present.
and they basically say fuck it, and Arthur's the one that like goes through hell and back again to try to get this little girl that bicycle.
Right.
Super heartfelt though. I cried in that movie as well. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it's really easy for it to feel, just like like cash grabby and stuff, like a lot of these Christmas movies. But this one actually had heart and soul into it, and I gotta respect it. And a lot of originality too.
I've seen most of that movie because I watch it in clips as my daughter runs around.
Yeah, it is by far my favorite Christmas movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I want to bring up some of my honorable mentions before we close out the Christmas.
Yes.
I don't know why I've been kicking myself in the ass for the last like 10 minutes here, thinking like, oh my god, I didn't bring up Nightmare Before Christmas.
I thought about mentioning it.
It's one of my favorites. It is. I have seen it a ridiculous amount of times, but it is both a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie.
I think I didn't mention it because I do primarily think of it as a Halloween movie.
Same here. I was hesitant on it as well.
You are incorrect. It is both.
What's this?
It is both. It is both.
I agree.
It would have made my top 5, but I also really liked Jingle All the Way. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's a great one. Really shows.
Not the one where he's trying to get that toy for his son.
He's trying to get Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Mm-hmm. Home Alone. I'm going.
The Muppets. The Muppets Christmas Carol.
I have not seen a single Muppets movie all the way through.
I think I might have seen it, but it was so long ago I can't even remember it.
Mm-hmm. I think one that we will be talking about is the Krampus movie. We'll be talking about that one. That's a nice little honorable mention.
Right, true that.
Maybe
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. Are you talking about the horror, the silly horror movie, or are you talking about that one that makes you cry?
The one that makes you cry.
Okay.
The one whose dad, like where the dad is the fucking snowman. Dead.
I don't watch that one anymore just because of how sad it made me as a kid.
Oh my gosh, it's brutal. It's brutal.
That's a really good one. It's a really good one. Oh,
yeah.
And the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was always a classic. I watched it with my grandparents a lot.
Oh yeah.
Always a classic.
You can't beat it.
All of the claymation ones are all classics. They're all there, definitely.
Heat Miser, Snow Miser.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow Miser gang.
I don't know.
And there was another, there was this weird one. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like a Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, kind of like a joke sequel, like parody sequel, where this guy could bounce on his nose. He's a reindeer. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember it being pretty silly, and I actually liked it.
I'm just thinking about Family Guy where Rudolph has cancer in his nose.
Oh no!
How about I'll Be Home for Christmas?
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yeah, you guys ever seen that one? It's a kid in college. He lives like on the west or east coast. I don't remember. He's going to school, and his parents are asking him, hey, you haven't been home for Christmas for the last 3 years. We send you all this money. Either you be home for Christmas or no more money. And it's his journey trying to make it home for Christmas. And it's a pretty good one.
Oh,
that sounds funny.
It's Robbie the Reindeer, I guess. It's I don't remember if it's any good.
I remember liking it as a kid.
I don't know that one.
I'll be home for Christmas.
No.
Yeah, I remember his girlfriend in the movie was pretty hot.
What is this, Michael Bublé in there? No, it's a song by Michael Bublé. Never mind. I'm looking it up.
You gotta put movie at the end.
Play with me.
And then, of course, everybody's going to talk about the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. But
Oh gosh, yeah, that is a big one. Yeah,
it's a big one.
we talked about. Yeah. No, it's a good one. You can't beat it.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
It's kind of the core that most, a lot of these what we call classics are really the core of what, almost the roux of this gravy that they're serving us nowadays. The basis comes from movies like this.
Yeah. And, expect to see more people trying to rebuild those franchises, trying to cash in
And
on the
ruin 'em.
name and ruin them, yes.
Right,
Probably
exactly.
ruin them.
Yeah, milk that cow dry. Do you guys want to do one of these? Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say the hot girl from that "I'll Be Home for Christmas" movie is Jessica Biel.
Oh, God, she is a beautiful woman.
She not bad looking.
Yeah. Now, if you guys haven't seen any of these movies, totally check them out. Or if you have seen them, know that they're appreciated and loved, and show them some love this year. Give
us your recommendations.
Yeah.
Give us your top 5 in the comments or on the Reddit page or somewhere.
Yeah.
Let us know what's up. Let us know what we should watch for Christmas.
Tell us why we're wrong.
We're not. We're not, but go ahead and try and explain to us.
With that, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas this year. And
yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Great to have you, Dave.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you on.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas, everybody. Like, subscribe, give a comment, say Merry Christmas to the rest of the folks out there, and give us your favorite movie for Christmas.
Yeah, or the holidays or whatnot.
All right.
Be sure to have a good time.
Yeah.
It's a threat. It's a threat.
That's right.
You've been warned. Good night.
Good night.